Bing, 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 bing. What's up? What's up? What's up? My mustard ass motherfuckers. You know we love y'all. You know we love y'all. This your boy, Lavelle. There we go. Aaron Peavy. He was on frozen status, but that's how we do it. We
Yep.
live and remote. I'm here where I need to be. So, that's why we got it going down today. So we're gonna work through the things. We're gonna work through them. We're gonna work through them. How you
That's
doing,
right.
AP? How you doing, big dog?
What up, my mustard asses? Yes, I am live in, well, say Tucson, Arizona, but not quite Tucson. It's 3 points
Okay.
just south of Marana. But welcome to another episode of the greatest show ever.
Hmm.
Today, the B&W
Always.
show has an 800 plus credit score
Yes,
because,
sir.
again, we are part of the Who They Want Network. So hopefully y'all been checking out the other
Mm.
podcasts through there with the Who They Want podcast and the Hip Hop Corners on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. So definitely check out Who They Want and Hip Hop Corner. So Val, how you doing today, my brother?
Yo. I'm doing. I've been trying to get with this and shake this. It's been one of those up down weeks, right? You know what I'm saying. But today I'm in a lion state of mood. You know what I'm saying. So you feel like what's a lion state of mood? Well, during mating season the lion humps a lot. Just to be, they hump a lot. You know what I mean? 5, 6 times a day they get it in. They go off somewhere, get it in, which every man loves to do. But that's a lot of energy. So after all that humping, they get to that tired mood. I'm very tired, want to go to sleep. So I'm in a lying state of mood after humping a lot. You know what I mean? With the whole week it's been long like that, baby. So that's how I'm doing
Ooh,
today. I
ooh.
need some rest. That's what I'm doing today. How you doing, man? Tell me how you doing. It
Amen.
seems like you live down
Amen.
there. How you doing?
Yeah, man. Well, you know that feeling when it's breakfast time, like you wake up, it's breakfast time. Talking
Mm-hmm.
about breakfast again, like I did last week. And you get
Mm-hmm. Like to
that,
eat.
but yeah, but you get that like a little extra hungry feeling. Like you're like today's the day. I'm really hungry. But then after a while, you get a little busy, and you kind of get behind the schedule. So you skip. You don't get that meal in, and then the hunger subsides, and you just kind of go through the day, and then all of a sudden it's lunchtime, and then you're like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
now I'm extra hungry, and the body knows it's
Mm-hmm.
like extra hungry, like
Mm-hmm.
it's rare. Like you
Mm-hmm.
get ready, you're gonna sit down to like a big lunch with a nice cold beer. Your
Right,
body's
right,
like,
right,
yeah, I
right,
I'm hungry. I'm
right,
hungry because right now we ready, and I'm hungry. That's how I'm
right.
feeling.
So you want to eat something. You
That's
want to
right.
eat something.
That's
Yeah.
right. I'm hungry.
Does this have to do with the diet that you on? I'm just
No,
curious.
no, diet's doing all right. Diet's doing all right.
It's
I
doing
do
all
my
right.
slim fat shakes in the morning.
Uh-huh.
I shake
How's
them up.
that? How's that slim fast?
It's pretty good when you put in a little chocolate ice cream. It's pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Is it
Yeah,
quite filling, huh?
yeah. It's better
Yeah,
that way.
yeah, yeah. Walk through the hallway. Hey, what you got? Hey, slim
Yeah,
fast, man. Good. Yeah,
yeah,
uh-huh.
yeah,
Good morning. Is it? Is it?
yeah.
Everybody
Yeah.
say it's a good morning, like you quit smoking or something. And
Well,
people be in a grumpy
I
mood.
put that powder crap in, and I pour in my milk, and I stir it up.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's not a milkshake. So I pick a scoop of ice cream, throw that in there. Like now
Yeah.
that's a milkshake.
That's
That's
a
a
milkshake.
milkshake.
Man style shit. That's what I'm talking about. Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
and
Okay.
not just regular
Right,
chocolate. I'm getting that rock
right,
and roll stuff with the
right,
walnuts
right,
and
right,
the marshmallows and the chunks of
right.
chocolate.
Yeah,
I'm doing
yeah,
them right, doing them right. When that
yeah.
slim fast goes down really good.
Right. But I always say there's two sides to the diet. The good side is the results of the diet if you try to work through it and stick to it, right? You know what I'm
Right.
saying? The bad side of the diet is how you feel because when your boy was up there and then I got down to where I am, I ain't gonna lie, man. Sometimes I was a grumpy mother. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So it'd be like, how you doing? I ain't doing too well, man. How you doing? I'm real short like a dynamite stick. You know what I'm saying? Real
Amen.
fidgety and all that. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
yeah.
Sometimes, so sometimes they get on you, man. But I commend you on what you're doing, though. Everybody, always health. Health is a good thing, as you already know. With me, I'm always gonna preach that.
Amen.
So,
Amen.
stay on it. The road ain't easy because I like sweet shit. I ain't lying. Crumble
Right.
cookies is one of my favorite spots. Me
Right.
and Wifey
Oh,
be like, yo, I
yeah.
got the app. Hey, you know what I'm saying? I got a problem. Yeah, it's crumble cookies. That's my problem. That what we got. That New York cheesecake. Yeah, buddy. I'm
Exactly.
going to get it. You
Exactly.
know what I'm saying? With that Libby, I like that one too. And them Girl Scout cookies. I don't know if everybody know,
No, I
like
know,
them
right?
Yo, when Girl Scout season, man, them hey, the Girl
Mhm.
Scout I come through, I need like 4 boxes.
I know. Every
And
year
then
I give at least 4 or 5 of those girls the little badge.
yeah, that's
Yeah,
four
I'll take a
boxes at one time.
yeah, I'll take a badge
And
worth from you. I'll take a badge worth from you. I'll take a badge worth from you.
hey, I need like give me 3 boxes of Samoas. They got these new lemon ups, which is the new joints. So I'm like, yo, let me get 2 of those. Wifey like those. I say, all right, then we get 4 of those. Then I seen another Girl Scout squad. She was like, yo, would you like to buy? I said, you know what? I just had 2 boxes. Yeah, I need let me get 2 boxes of those, and let me get one more box just in case, because I know I'm gonna go through it real quick. I put them in the deep freezer. You know what I'm saying? Hey, it is what it is.
That's
Honesty
right.
is the key.
That's
You
right.
know what I'm
That's right.
saying? For sure, for sure. But yeah, that's how we is, man. That's how we
but
is. So
but
we
in,
gonna
all,
get it
but in
popping.
the reality of things, um,
Right.
my hunger is not necessarily in regards to actual food. My hunger is in regards to the business we're doing, right?
Right.
So uh, you can hear the noise in the background. So that's actually my wife performs weddings. So anybody looking for a wedding, we actually do customized ceremonies. I've done
Okay.
stuff for I mixed
Yeah.
together a ceremony of Star Wars with Beauty and the Beast. I've done one that surrounding Harley Davidson. So
Okay.
if you need a customized wedding ceremony, hit me up. We'll make some deals.
Right.
But as well, I'm getting ready to drop. If you could
How they gonna hit
steady,
you up though? How do they hit you up though, Aaron? You said hit them
hit
up.
the
How?
you go to the B&W show,
Okay.
Facebook Live.
Okay.
Just drop a link. Say, hey, I'm looking for a wedding, or just email me at bnwshow@gmail.com. And just put in the comment, or the subject, need a wedding ceremony, and then let me know. We'll
Let's get
get
it.
the details. Yeah,
That's what's up. That ain't the only thing. That's part one. There's also a part two, like police running 1 and 2. When you see one, there's two. You know what I'm saying?
right.
So I'm quite sure there was a beginning and there's an end of what? You got another announcement.
I do have another announcement.
Yes, yes, yes.
Steady, hit me up with the cue. That'll work too. So
Yes.
starting April 4th. So I actually wrote a kid's book. As we do,
There we
we
go.
are. I don't know if you see that very well. We are constantly writing and doing stuff. This one is called. Where's it at? The Rhino That Dreams. It is actually inspired by a real rhinoceros.
That's nice.
That yeah, that I
That's
work with at
nice.
the zoo, local zoo here in Phoenix, Arizona. So all the art is essentially created by me. It's actually AR. So if you want to see what that's all
Nice.
about, definitely check Amazon and starting April 1st, and look for the Rhino That Dreams, written by
That's nice.
Aaron J. Peavy. Got it?
Congratulations, my man.
Thank you. Thank
Congratulations.
you.
Congratulations.
So with that, you
For
can
sure.
buy it. You can buy it
Congratulations.
one of two ways, or actually, mostly what you can buy it with is a credit card.
Credit.
That's how Amazon works. It's credit card,
Gotcha. Credit card, which is real funny why you say credit card, but
right?
underlying thing and what we got going on. So with the change of 2020, basically, when you look at it, the country has changed. We've changed in how we do business, we've changed in how we do life. Some of us work from
Mm-hmm.
home, some of us still work from home, some of us have to go to the office. Some of us ain't even going back to work yet. So those with
Mm-hmm.
that privilege, I
Fine.
commend you. Thumbs up. I'm
Right?
just not part of that group. You know what I'm saying?
No,
So,
no, me either. Yeah.
but what comes with that is one thing is credit, with this situation, and it comes with business, so which that does go into bringing in a 4-part series, which we're going to start. Finance education is going to be credit, business, banking, investments. Next order actually will be banking. After that, then we're going to go into we'll go into business, and then we'll go into investments. So today we're going to go into first part is going to be credit. And with that being said, I'd like to
We've
go ahead
invited
and
a credit expert or credit professional who is going to discuss with us what credit means.
my man, Cam, how you doing? Introduce yourself, man. Introduce yourself. Tell the people who you are.
Yeah, my name is Cam. I'm expert, but I'm learning everybody else.
Right
Yeah.
now. Now, how the introduction came was that first want to thank you for giving us your time, share a little bit of your knowledge and everything. So, as it came through a natural bond in sports, as me and Aaron have our thing in sports, me and my man Cam, I wound up coaching, and his son came through there, and my boy, one of my other partners, met through him through his son. So we met through his son basically through the game of football as me coaching and he being a proud father of a son out there. You know what I'm saying? So through that time, we had that relationship and built it. Then I found out, oh, this is what you do, huh? And I had some questions my
Mhm.
own self, so with his knowledge, I was like, some of this information is good to share, because there's a lot of people that's in a
Mhm.
situation like me that has shitty ass credit, and most of the time I got his credit right now
Yeah.
sitting on
I
the
mean,
bench.
we
So
we all been there.
right,
Right.
right, for sure, for sure. So,
Yeah.
with that said, with credit, let's not delay and just go ahead and introduce the people to it. Like, like credit, for instance, like, what is credit? Would you say? You see what I'm saying? What is credit to us?
I mean, to layman's terms, you know what I mean. Credit is pretty much borrowing something. That's just the most simplest way we can. I think our definition of a credit is and what we use how we misunderstood. You know, because you can use credit in so many ways. Buy you some clothes. You can use credit to go use credit to go buy you all kind of things that you really can. So I think that we don't take advantage of opportunities that a life because we're not informed as much. I mean, I was one
Right.
of them too.
Oh, um, did you hit? Did you hit? Okay, no, it's breaking up. Some, or is it breaking up in your end as well, Aaron?
Yeah. It gets spotty. Um,
Yeah.
but
Okay.
that to help with
Right.
that, what he was saying. So credit is it's essentially your word, right? So a lot of people look at it as a
Yeah.
means of finance, but it
Right.
what credit really
Yeah.
is your word. Like if you were to go up to like your best friend and say, "Hey, man," not even money wise, like you just go up as, "Hey, can you come to my house and help me move such and such?" Right? You're asking him because you give him a
Right.
lot of credit, knowing that he's gonna come and do that. Right? He's gonna help you out. Like there's a reason why he's your best friend. You put a lot of credit to who he is and what he will help you with, and vice versa. He has a lot of credit saying, knowing like, hey, if I help him out, I know he's going to be there to help me out. That's not why you do it, but that credit is there within a relationship. Whereas if I would go to someone on the street and say, hey, can you come to my house and help me move this furniture? Joe Blow on the street has no idea who I am, and he's going to go
Yeah.
like, well,
Right.
your credit
Right.
rating with me is way down here. There's no way
Yeah.
I'm gonna, right? So credit is that building of relationship, of ownership of how well you hold to your word, right?
Right.
That's the same with credit cards, a bank loan, a car loan, mortgage. It's not just about the money that you're borrowing. It's about who you are as an individual saying, yes, I will in turn, you're giving this to me in returns of my paying you back. And that's who I am as a person, as a man, as a woman, saying, yes, I will return the favor to you.
Because it's essentially your life.
Right.
Before there was currency, it was a word. It was your word to be able to have the ability to may have borrow with interest.
Exactly.
I
Mhm.
think that we kind of, I from the interest part, that caught up and and just the interest in that as well.
So
Um,
the things that one has to learn, even myself coming up, was the difference of
mhm.
credit versus cash. And like Aaron was just talking about and saying, okay, you have this credit and this is my word. Yeah, we have these credit cards, and you say, okay, this is our monthly payment. So basically taking that for granted, you saying, oh, okay, I'll just go ahead and it's due like on, 30 days from now, whatever. And we say, okay, I'll just get to it in 40 days. Not understanding how that affects us versus the cash part saying, hey, okay, I'm gonna just pop this out and I'll go ahead and get this first and I'll go kick it, spend this money on maybe some shoes, and then I'll go ahead and pay that next week. Which is that
Yeah,
miseducation and how you mess up your credit, you know, and
yeah,
basically because of the miseducation of spending your cash correctly to keep your credit above par or to go beyond par. You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I would take it as the
yeah,
miseducation of credit, which we need to learn how to do correctly in a sense.
yeah. You know what I mean? A lot of us didn't have parents in positions,
Right.
to. I mean, and I think that it pretty much starts with you and where you are. I talk. I have an 11-year-old. Well, he's 4 months now.
Okay.
I talked to my 11 and 7-year-old about time. So, um, uh, we kind of play games. We go credit the idea. I was like, we exchange information. They always ask how it works and how credit works and stuff like that.
Right.
It's really serious. So,
Yeah.
because well, my credit was real credit. This is how I got in. I really didn't know too much on how to fix my credit,
Mm-hmm.
and they were doing it illegally. Some things that how we should normally go about things. And I got wind to it, and said I paid for it.
Mm.
He didn't really finish it, so I kind of got like stuck on the whim. I really had to really how can I improve my credit myself down this journey, and I got as much information. You take out the time to try to figure things out for you, for real. I wish I had someone to, but I had to take the time out for my things on my own.
Hmm.
So
Exactly. Exactly. And that's why we're here.
It's a lot.
Yeah, that's why we're here today, to help people have this understanding, to get a better understanding of credit, right? So there are tricks that you can use for credit. So a lot of people think, well, I get so much in my paycheck, and then I also have this credit card. So I have my paycheck plus credit card. That's my monthly earning. But no, that's not the case. What it is you have
No,
to you look at the credit card as a separate bill, not as additional cash, right?
right,
So there's a
right.
trick to it. Like you could, if you really, really, really want to play the system, and I caution people and make sure you're doing your research before stepping into this game. But you can get one of those credit cards that have like the travel miles. Don't do the cash back ones, because you actually spend more in the fees that it takes in order to get the cash back, unless you have one of those zero fee credit cards. But the travel miles, um, so rather than paying your bills through your paycheck, right? You pay your bills through the travel miles
Mm-hmm.
credit card, and then you take your paycheck and you
Mm-hmm.
pay the credit card, right? And you build up your travel miles that way, right? So that's one way to play the credit game, right? And it builds up your credit. You get travel miles. It looks good, but as long again you're budgeting the the credit card as a bill, not as part of your paycheck. That's where some people, I think, as we all have, we all grown up, clawing our ways to the top and trying to
Right.
figure stuff out. And I would say it's not just a
Right.
cultural thing. My mom was a single mom for a number of years, and then my dad came in the picture. We still, we didn't have silver spoons. We were lucky we had tin spoons. Um, right? It was just, but it's just a matter of learning. They got it to a certain level, and I, as myself, can either say, well, I can ride their level, or I can elevate myself, and that's what I've chosen to do is learn from their mistakes, and that's kind of partly why the parents. That's not why they make mistakes, but from their mistakes or from their struggles, you learn and progress from that. And Cam's doing a beautiful thing with his children. He's not just sailing through life. He's actually taking his children and teaching these life lessons instead of letting them struggle along with them and going, this is what it means. This is what you should do. And if you are a parent, you should be doing that. Even if you have older kids, it helps. But there's always means of playing the credit game, as long as you remember it's a bill and not part of your paycheck. That's the most important lesson.
Right.
Okay,
Right.
so
Sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah.
I say this because we were talking about most people really put your children on your credit cards. Get them to have that's how you get them to have an credit score before they even turn 18. Get to 18, they're already of most kids and most adults, and that's called authorized user.
Right. That makes
So,
sense. It's
You
like
have
a
to
cosigner.
responsibly-
Not a cosigner, but yeah.
Let-
They're on it without them knowing that they're on it,
responsible.
and then they don't have
see.
access to it.
Yeah, obviously, card. Get a card now.
Don't give a card.
See, that's the difference
Yeah.
right there,
We
Cam.
got another charge for roadblocks again. Wait, what's
Right,
this? Fortnite?
Yeah, nah. We're not gonna get them the card. But you can put the card and they're even really doing anything. And that's a lot of families that have been passed. They allow their kids to of everybody. And that's like kids or children, period. Though, position that you possibly can. Be in a position that you were in if you were starting off like that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I'm going to pardon myself for Cam's, but everybody who's listening out there, Cam, audio is a little bit choppy, so we're going to do our best to interpret, not to be talking over Cam or to extra explaining what he's saying, other than we're gathering his points and trying to be more coherent for those who are listening to hopefully understand that we're all on our Wi-Fi. Technology happens, so we're just going to work through it the best we can. So just FYI that for those out there watching us live. So like what he was saying, and kind of a recap of what I said, you help your children learn, not by making your mistakes and hoping they learn off of it. You make your mistakes and you teach your children, okay, this is what we did wrong, this is how you improve, blah blah blah, and you give your children. And when you are doing well, you have your children on your credit card to give them credit history. So when they get to that point, to when they're ready to purchase their first car or go out on their own, that they're ready and they have some sort of, I don't want to say credit history to their name, but there's a credit history there, that they can then go off of. So again, don't put them on the credit card that you're having trouble with. Put them on the credit card that you're doing well with.
Yeah.
Okay, so So
No,
this is my
so
thing,
record day
Cam.
18, you have a 500 credit score. Go on your way.
Right.
We don't
Okay.
want that.
So Cam, so I come,
Uh-huh.
I like the other perspective. So I'm coming from the perspective of
Right.
your credit's fucked up. Okay, you had credit up in maybe your kid's name, your cables in your
Mm-hmm.
kid's name, you got medical bills out the wazoo, blah blah blah. Life didn't just
Mm-hmm.
hit you. You see what I'm saying? I'm coming from that
Yeah,
perspective.
yeah,
So
yeah.
this is where
It can.
credit is fucked up. How? Because I need to get my credit right so I can get this house. I want to be a homeowner, or let's just say I want to get into a damn apartment because it's 2.5 times the rent. And where I'm at right now is in the hood, but I want to get better. I make the job, I make the money, but my credit's shitty. How do I get my credit? Is it
Mm-hmm.
worth getting a credit company, or is it worth taking the classes? Is that helping? Or is it saying, okay, just let me go ahead and just pay these people, or should I be calling these people to make these arrangements? So if I want to get my credit up to that 650, that 700, and I'm sitting at that
Se-
5, I'm
Okay.
sitting at that
750.
460.
You want 750.
750. See this bougie motherfucker right here when I always push the bar up. See, I don't see what I'm saying. This ain't
Right,
the
right.
Olympics, Aaron. This ain't the
It
Olympics.
say no.
You know what I'm
Where
saying?
that?
I'm
Don't
just
be
trying to
gonna crush your
qualify.
budget.
You know what I'm saying? You know, what I'm
That's a
saying?
good thing.
So, but you see, this is like
But
real situation because we know everybody doesn't live like 6 months in advance now. Some of us is living paycheck to
yeah,
paycheck, not or month to
right,
month, or some of us is living day to day, week to week. But these are the
right.
things where we try to get to, but this is a situation we got to get out of. What is the
Right.
best mythology for that person that's already in the hole, in the red, that's saying, hey, I see it, I just got to get there.
So it depends on what about it. If we're like if you have an open account and you need to pay those open accounts, it's that you create a
Hmm.
payment plan just to take care of those if those accounts have gone and went negative.
Right.
I wouldn't pay them because they're going to go to collection.
Right.
Because once you pay collections, explain what collections are. Let's just say you do business, you don't pay your phone bill. It's passed on to another company that has fees on the dollar.
Right.
So you no longer and so now you're doing business that still wants the same amount T-Mobile, even though that this is not T-Mobile any longer. You no longer owe that you had because you're not doing business with them anymore. My suggestion is what I would do. I would do it multiple ways. There's a lot of ways to information that no longer is because a lot of these that's gathered is private. So you got to remember you were doing business with one now has your information, which is you know what I mean. I didn't give them the right to my information. So one company, like I said with T-Mobile, you don't. I think that a lot of people they think that they still owe that bill that you do, but you don't. I got caught in that
You
situation
don't
too
owe
because
that
it kept
bill.
like collecting. You don't.
So, okay.
Mhm, mhm.
Okay. But it bangs on your credit report.
I mean, and I'm trying to stay as possible, but credit report and you just dispute it.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? The disputing
So disputing.
process,
Right.
yeah, dispute them. You got to dispute them. Hey, that company that now has you have to take it off your credit file. It doesn't get taken off. You stop. So you're gonna do all these fighting. when you don't owe the new company.
So
So
with this process, then when you're disputing them, it's not just
mhm.
one time; it's a follow up that you need to do, or is there a time frame in which
No,
they have to respond to the dispute?
yes. So it's normally 30 days, but because of COVID, they give them to respond back to you. This is it's really tedious.
Hmm.
These credit companies, these credit companies, I mean, they don't do investigations. They don't do any to the. They talk to the company that you did do. Is this person owe this account? Did they have this account with? But that's not the proper way of doing an investigation.
Hmm.
Proper way.
Right.
The proper way of doing it, investigating it. Let's just say commit a crime. You know, all type of stuff. Your neighbors, they ask, go through a lot of stuff to try to figure out, what's your. They don't do that. All they do is just go to the company, use supposedly,
Hmm.
and that your name and all that stuff, and that's it. Really, that's not fair. You know what I mean? Because company, because it's basically
So
what I'm
they're
gonna
buying your bill and
tell
taxing
you
you.
is that
That's it. They
that's
buying your
it.
bill and taxing
So,
you.
so Cam,
You know,
can I ask a huge favor? Because again, your audio is choppy, which is we're
It's some
working
good
through.
shit.
But there's a lot of good information in here.
Yeah.
Would it be possible for you to kind of write us up kind of what you said, and that way we can share it with our audience in a written form? Not don't put your name on it, or don't do anything that's overly incriminating or anything. But this is good information that we should share with our audience.
no, 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 no.
You know,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
and I
This is
think
good.
we're getting half of what you're saying. We're getting the gist, but it would be great to have like exactly or
Mhm.
more comprehensive of what you're saying and expressing, so people can go, oh damn, that's good stuff. That's how we should be tackling this stuff. It would be amazing.
So I
Mhm.
have and I have another question. Because credit is something big, and our approach in how we deal with credit is a lot of times singular and may not need to be, because like
Mhm.
credit is, you have credit when it comes to getting a home, but then you also have credit when it comes to getting a car. Now, am I correct on that?
Yeah.
So now we're looking at auto loan credit
Yeah.
and basically your living situation credit. You see what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
we don't never think of it like that.
Yeah. Well, they
You
look at
see
the
what I'm
same
saying?
credit score, but they look at different aspects of that
Right.
credit score, right?
And it's crazy, but
Right.
Hmm.
it's like saying, okay, well, how good did you do over here? All right, now what
Hmm.
did you do over here? You want this? Let me, we
Hmm.
gotta see if you qualify for that now. And then that bar may be okay. You may have a shitty ass uh, car loan interest rate, but you might get a good ass banging mortgage rate. So damn perplexing. You know what I'm saying? Because of the hoops that you got to jump through in that alleyway. You know what I'm saying? So it is very perplexing,
Yeah.
man. I just it's boggling, and it's something that we really got to pay attention to, because when my shit was crazy, and it took me a minute to even try to get it to where it's at now, and the minimum qualifying for a home, like you want to say 750, I don't know, some say it's 620. You see what I'm saying? So where's the
Well,
bar at? But then you could qualify for certain loans with like 580, depending on what
Right.
programs you may get into or whatnot.
well, you could probably
The,
pretty much qualify for any loan that you want with any credit score. What the credit score does is tell you how much interest they're wanting to charge you.
And some
But
other
yeah,
variables, yes.
right. So you could get that loan at a
really.
580, but you're going to have a better interest score with not necessarily 620, but maybe 680, 700, right?
Right.
So that's the difference.
Yeah.
Right. Definitely.
Really, you score because the scores isn't that important,
Mm.
but it's really that are on your report,
Yeah.
Right. Right.
and or even more important. You know what I mean? Like having your utilization down under 10%. You know, I try to do 9% and below.
Mm.
Having no
Okay.
negative accounts on your report.
Yeah.
Having having 2 accounts.
Oh yeah. So
And
you said
really the
you.
uh,
I'm sorry. Go ahead. Cam.
the age of your far the most important thing that you can possibly have,
Right.
because that's what they look at.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And that's why we were just talking about that with the kids. User.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So that's where like the lenders really count, or is your credit file or is it like does it have some meat on the bone like I
Right. Right. It's like having that.
yeah
It's like having that best friend that you've known since elementary school versus the coworker you just met a month ago. Right.
right
That's
right
that history.
right
That
Right.
history
right
of the guy. Right.
right
Now,
right
here's another question. Does it benefit? Some people say, oh man, I got all these cars. I got like 16 cars, 12 cars. Be like, man, some people only have 2 cars.
mm-hmm.
Does it benefit to have multiple cards?
Yeah,
Okay,
yes, but
yes, it does.
you want a mixture too. You want a
Mm-hmm.
mixture of cards and loans.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because the
Mm-hmm.
loans, the credit are important, but the loans are even more important. It's the bank is actually giving you attached to it. That's why loans are so important. I want to have at least like 4 or 5 loans. Now, when you have those loans and those credit, and you start to have the age, being
Mm-hmm.
like a beautiful to the lenders.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Okay. So those for
yeah.
those couple factors, yes, definitely, and man, and I just repeat what Aaron says. So I definitely want to have you back on, so we can definitely reapproach some other things and get a little deeper with a lot more clarity as well.
I'm gonna work on with the mics and hear me. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
yeah,
put in my headphones because I want you guys to be able to
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, we got you, man, for sure. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? But I still appreciate the time because the
Definitely.
knowledge that you
Mm-hmm.
was dropping in the encryptions we still got, man, was still jewels. You know what I'm saying? Because when you say
Mm-hmm.
no disputes, the age of the loans, utilization, and no negative marks, which is the importance of saying, hey, I got to
Mm-hmm.
pay this minimum payment, or if I
Mm-hmm.
pay beyond this
Yeah.
minimum payment, that's going to help out and it's going to make me look better as far as how I'm paying that. And then what you said about the utilization, trying to decrease that. So, bitch, meaning I don't need to have a high ass credit balances. I need to
No.
keep those very low and moderate, and don't use those a lot. Maybe use them when I
Mm-hmm.
need to, but not use them a lot and keep them very
Mm-hmm.
moderate. Under control. So I do like that. And man, just the information we get, we definitely gonna put it up for our people to get it with you and to get in contact with. How can people get in contact with you? We are gonna put it up on our site as well, though. But tell them.
Now, really just right now, I don't really or anything like that as of right now. I'm going to actually in the near future, touch the people. Just right now, like they have anything right now. Right now,
Right.
I'm just going through talking to some friends, conversation. Definitely in the near future, I will have
So
all my social media, everything
do
set
we?
up.
Do you want to tell your business your company name, your credit company name, or no?
Oh,
or you just yeah.
right now, my credit company, huh? Right now, like I said, it's nailing some things out right now,
Okay,
but
There you go.
pretty soon.
There you
okay,
go.
okay,
So
okay.
he's like the right on the dreams, man. When he get ready to drop, you know we're gonna drop
Yep,
it. So we'll
already.
definitely put that out there on on our channel and on our
Mm-hmm.
page. You get his contact
Mhm.
information. You have questions in regards to credit,
Yep.
how to rebuild your credit, how to maintain your credit. Um, if if you need $5, you know, I'm just kidding.
I want
Um,
$6 back.
that's
Yeah,
right.
you want five? I want $6 back.
That's right. That's right. That's credit for you right
Right.
there. We'll definitely get it out
Yeah.
to you,
Yeah.
folks. I don't think that bad credit's a cultural thing as far as uh, celeb level or income level or anything. Because there's a huge list of celebrities that have bad credit, and here they are right here. Never mind, it's none of your business what other people's credit is, unless they just decide to give it to you themselves. So,
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Right. Right, definitely
Yeah.
though, definitely though. That's my man, Cam. I appreciate your time, man. Definitely. You more than welcome to stick
Man, I
around.
appreciate.
I understand you got doing
yeah,
what you're doing, so it's definitely up to you, man. But definitely, I'm definitely gonna have you back on too. This is part
definitely.
one.
Mhm.
Sets it off for credit. So the next one's gonna be banking.
Yeah.
So then we're gonna have my man Smokey
Right.
Williams come on. He gonna be doing it. I got my boys out here
Yeah, the
sharing their
Right.
return.
knowledge and wealth from their business profession.
Right.
So loving that, man, for real.
I appreciate you guys.
All right. Thanks,
Already,
Cam.
all day. Word up, yo. So, um, as we do, we like to mix it up in the jingle a little bit. So we did some little music last week. We did a little music.
Yep.
So this week we're gonna navigate into another theatrical theme of movies. So,
That's right.
I had one of my favorites, Harlem Nights was the movie thing for this week, the movie review for this week, and
That's right.
All Star Cast. Damn it,
Right.
there's so
It,
many lines.
I swear this was probably my favorite Eddie Murphy movie ever.
There's so
Like I know
many.
he's got a lot of the classics of 48
Yeah,
Hours, Beverly Hills Cop,
life.
the Nutty
Yeah,
Professor Life. Yeah, but I gotta say,
yeah.
uh, Harlem Nights is probably
Harlem
not
Nights.
not even just a top Eddie Murphy movie. It's one of my favorite movies. I love watching this movie. And for those who don't know, this is actually Eddie Murphy's directorial debut. So
Hmm.
beautifully done. Awesome movie. I love this movie.
Slappers. From the
Yeah.
opening scene, man,
Yeah.
when Little Quick, I
Uh,
call him Little Quick, you know what I'm saying? Little
yeah.
Quick
Yeah.
with the
Real
little
quick. Yep.
gun, and
Yep.
when he shoot him, dog, I was like, that set the tone right there for the whole, that
Exactly.
just set the tone for his character. And it was
Exactly.
like every scene, transition after transition, it was just comedy. Little gangsterism, comedy. Little gangsterism,
Uh huh.
comedy. I loved it, man. I loved it.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Loved it. All star cast. We give our rest in peace. But first I stuck out when I seen Christopher Robinson, little Charlie
Oh yeah.
Murphy.
Yep.
I seen Richard.
Uh,
Oh
Uncle
man.
Fred Murphy. Uncle Fred was
Yep.
in there.
Yep,
You
yep.
know.
We had
Yep.
Della Reese.
Yep.
Man, I was just, and he slapped her on the shoulder, dog. The fight. She said, "Ooh, now you want to hit people with trash cans." You know what I'm saying? They said, "Oh, now you want to shoot, pick your toe off." You know what I'm saying? Man, then she. Now I'm gonna have to cut you. Arsenio Hall crying about his brother. Dog,
the,
man,
the best part of
man,
that scene was that little guy. No, like a
yeah.
pa
He
pa.
said, "Will you put that shit down? What did you do?" Bah, bah. I mean, the writing,
it, it's
it
all the
was
little
just,
subtle comedy. I mean, the big
it
comedy
was
is great.
just
With
right.
Red Fox and Della Reese going back and forth. Yeah, fat bitch, you shut your
And
fucking
that's what it is.
motherfucker. But
That's the
then it's
masterism.
it's the subtle like in that scene when he had that little
Yes.
pair go, fat bitch. That bitch.
Yes. Talk about, why you say so had my mouth all set for some salmon.
Some
You got
hat.
some tuna in here.
Yeah,
Make
give
some
him
tuna
myself for a hash and eggs. You got tuna
Right,
fish.
so some hash, you got some tuna. Why
So
you
make
gonna
some
tell me you
sandwich,
got
bitch.
this orange juice? You don't make no sense. You ain't got no orange juice in here. Got this little old orange juice in here. I was dying, dog. The whole shit, man. The motherfucker just stuttering. Oh man, hey, was it that shit like? Don't take this as personally. He was in the club with him. Oh, dog. I'm done, man. That movie, it was like I tell you about outtakes. When I always
Right?
talk about how
Yep.
outtakes are.
Yep.
Imagine what the outtakes were as the deleted scenes of that movie, because you have deleted scenes, then you have deleted scenes from the deleted scenes.
Hmm.
Just imagine how hilarious
Right.
the
Right.
shooting of that
I
film
mean,
was. Just
I mean,
hilarious all the way around.
Richard Pryor. A lot of people, put him on Richard Pryor on the Mount Rushmore of like black comedy and stuff, and I'm like, no. Richard Pryor
Mm,
belongs on the Mount Rushmore of comedy, black or otherwise. Like he is
right,
one of the
right.
you know
Yes, sir.
like if there's going to be separations of comedy, be memorials, but as a whole, comedy as a whole, there's a
Right.
Mount Rushmore. Your Lenny
Mm,
Bruce, your Stooges, Richard Pryor's there, Steve Martin. Like that's like the Mount Rushmore. Richard Pryor
yeah.
belongs there.
Yeah, yeah, that's a funny motherfucker too, Steve Martin. They
Right?
all come, they got their errors. Their
Yeah,
errors, like this eras of greatness. Like Eddie
right.
Murphy's not in Richard Pryor's era of greatness. He's
No,
in his
no.
other era of
Yeah,
greatness
yeah,
with the
yeah.
comics of his time. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So but when you looked at that film, they had so many comedians,
Exactly.
from all over generations.
Yeah, all
From
generations. Exactly.
all generations, the ones that
Yeah,
broke
Red
down the
Fox.
doors, the ones that
Yeah.
doing it right. Red Fox, he put it to work in. Man, and when he put on them damn bubble glasses, that motherfucker
Right.
looked up like at the damn poker table, man. That motherfucker put the bubble glasses on, dog. I was dying, man. I mean, just comics, and that's the beauty of it, because it was that comedic magic of of,
Right.
of experience, of timing, of performances already done, and it all combined into that film. That man, that production was something beautiful, dog. It's one of the
Right.
greatest, dog. It's funny
Right.
as hell. You know what I'm saying? Funny as
All right.
hell.
All right. Here's the big question now. Instead, we need your opinion on this one. Who was not for the wives? Not for the wives. Wives aren't listening. Who was hotter in this film? Jasmine
Uh-huh.
Guy or Layla
Uh-huh.
Roshan?
We talking
Right.
Sunshine?
Yeah. Yeah. The
Sunshine.
prostitute that picked up the
Sunshine.
white cop. Yeah.
Yep. Sunshine.
Yeah.
Tell your mama ain't coming home. I think Sunshine. Jasmine Guy is pretty.
Yeah.
I
She's
think
that
Sunshine.
classy, but yeah, Sunshine was like, yeah.
I don't think it's because of role though. I don't know. I think Sunshine. Yeah. It's
Agreed.
just me.
Leia.
You know what I'm saying?
Layla
Artwork is
Roshan. I
beauty is
agree.
beautiful to everybody. I ain't
Right.
saying I ain't
Right.
saying the artwork ain't ugly. No, all the artwork is beautiful.
Right.
You got Nikes, you got Converse, or you got Air
Yep.
Maxes, you got Jordans. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? You got flights. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? What you want? You know what I'm saying? You know what? I like them Jordans. I want
Hmm.
them Jordans. You know what I mean? So that's what I think. I don't know. Tech, what you got? Who you think? I don't know. I think Tech sleep, Aaron. I think Tech sleep. You know, I don't know if the show even goes when the audio guy goes to sleep.
You do. He
Like,
probably
does the
trying to
show
catch up on. Probably trying to catch up on Cam's audio.
right? He'd be like, "I'm traveling. Does the show end at all? Or you just keep talking, or you just say, all right, that's it. Good night, Dead Space, and go to black, or it just going, we leave, and then just the camera be showing with that beautiful Cleveland Browns picture right over my back. So beautiful
Exactly.
right there.
Exactly.
So
Well,
beautiful.
and the
But
other thing that
anyways,
got me talking, thinking about this film, is that the
right.
number of films that Eddie Murphy and Arsenio Hall have done together. Right, it's not been a lot, But
Coming to
our
America 1 and 2,
yeah, and then this one, right?
Harlem Nights.
Yeah, and with the films he's done, Arsenio's almost been like secluded in it and who he has been in the pictures with. Like, so for example, in Harlem Nights, technically he's worked with Richard Pryor, Red Fox, Della Reese, but he's never Danny Aiello, but he was not on the air with any single one of them. Like, so he was never on set with these guys in Coming to America. It was uh, oh god, what's the old guy's name from Trading Places? Um,
Mortimer and them, huh?
yeah. No, they're classic. Sorry, their names are
Not Dan
slipping my head.
Aykroyd.
No, not Dan.
Um.
It's the old guys.
Oh. Yeah, I know you're talking about them two dudes. Yeah.
Yeah, the old guys. The old
Well,
guys.
he was on the stage in Coming to America at the end with everybody because he was singing the song.
No,
You know what I'm saying?
uh, Jesus Christ, sorry.
Okay, so
Trading.
we doing
Don Amici. So, that's it. Don Amici. Don
okay,
Amici. So
got you.
Don Amici made an appearance in Coming to America,
Uh-huh.
right? And Don Amici is an amazing actor, despite the fact that I miss his name. He's an amazing actor, been around for a long time, right?
Right.
They were on this movie together, but they weren't in any scenes together. So he never met Don Amici. Just like in Harlem Nights, he was in the same movie with all these great actors, but never on scene with it. So
Right.
Don Amici and Arsenio Hall actually never really met on the film. They actually met once they came together. Once Don Amici actually appeared on Arsenio Hall's talk show to talk about different films. They're like, hey, we worked on that film together, but we never met. This is our first time actually meeting.
That's funny.
Yeah, no,
That's funny
just
how
has
it worked
that.
because the shooting schedule.
Right, exactly. They just weren't in the script together.
Yeah.
It's
That's funny. It's
funny aspect.
It's crazy how Hollywood works, but when it comes to production, save on costs. Everybody shoot everything at one time, and then you go ahead to the next scene, shoot everything at that location. Wow, let's go to the next one. Unlike I remember when we did it, when we used to run back and forth because we didn't know that.
Right.
We gotta go shoot this. Hey, we gotta go back to the classroom. Oh yeah, we do gotta go back to the classroom again. Yeah, we gotta set up in there.
Yeah, we could shoot this whole thing all in one day. No, you can't. No, you can't.
No, you can't.
No, you can't.
It doesn't
work. It doesn't work.
Not like that. Not like that. Boy, was our mind so small back then.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. We learned so much.
For real. That's crazy. But it is what it is, man. So, as we keep moving now. So, we got next is what? We went from
so next show we're gonna talk banking. So stay tuned for that. We're gonna talk some banking. Like we mentioned, we're gonna have Scooney on. He's a return guest. We've had him on for a couple of items, talking about cooking and comedy. So it'll be great to have Scooney back.
Too.
Right.
You can cook. You know what I'm saying? It's good to have a homie that cook because every time you go over there for the Super Bowl or for the finals, my man be throwing down.
Man.
I'm bringing something to drink, dog. Bringing something to drink. Two hands for sure.
Yeah, so we'll definitely have to start making sure everybody is on a strong Wi-Fi signal and not on cellular. Cellular always is spotty and slow. So we'll make that adjustment going
be
forward.
On location next week?
I will be at home next show. Yep. So in 2 weeks.
Be in your studio, huh?
Yeah, in 2 weeks. So next week, I don't know if y'all know, I actually work at a zoo on every other Saturdays, actually feeding animals and messing with the animals, cleaning up after them, and yeah, it's fun, and I handle the animals, hold and pet the birds, and some of the antelopes and stuff that you're not supposed to touch. I touch them anyways. They don't tell anybody. Um, it's a good time.
Mm,
So that's why we do it every other
they don't
Saturday.
tell nobody, huh?
They don't tell anybody. They don't tell anybody. Yeah.
Right, right.
So, but as well, we're probably going to be touching on other podcasts that we may listen to, or maybe games and apps that we partake in. We'll talk on that. So,
Mm, the
with that,
apps.
I think we're wrapping up the show. It's a good just under an hour.
It's a wrap.
Well, yeah, I think we're good.
It's a
So,
wrap.
all right. So, Stead, if you're ready and willing, if you could take us on out.
This is crazy. We
Please,
got it
those who
under an
are
hour.
listening, please
Wow.
like, share, comment. Definitely send us a comment, and we will comment back. So we appreciate you hearing us. Instead, if you could take us out,
See, this I
if he's
told
there.
you. What happens when the audio man goes to sleep?
Yeah,
Like, yo,
I wonder if
where's our
is
man?
he connected?
Yeah, you would think. Maybe he's
Are you
not.
there, my man? I don't know.
You'd be like,
We get a
hold
little
up.
extra time on us, then, man.
Hey,
I'm
but
gonna
you know how
tell you.
sometimes you play you pay the power bill. You know what I'm
Right?
saying? In this case, we paid the power bill. Wasn't our fault. You know what I mean?
No, totally my apologies. No, it was
You
nothing on
know.
your behalf.
There you go.
You know, I know you out
Thank
there
you.
on, Tech on location too, ladies and gents. So he's not in his studio
Yeah.
as well. So Tech out there, let's get real. Tech out there treating where he at like it's the Super Bowl and shit. He
Amen.
missed
Amen.
meetings. He wasn't there for the pregame walkthrough.
You're
You
doing
know,
good.
right? He's barely breathing, as you see. He's like, oh Lord, I can't wait to end this so I get me
He's
some
pulling double
water.
duty. Pulling double duty. You're doing good, man. You're doing
Right,
good, brother.
right, right. You know what I'm saying? We don't gotta go ahead and put you through the ranks with your guy. You know what I'm saying? That's
Of
my guy,
course.
man. Already, man. So, but yeah, yo, appreciate the time, peoples. Always much love,
Yeah.
and peace.
Again, like, follow, share. We appreciate you.
Already,
Subscribe. Exactly. You know it.
Subscribe. Yep.
B&W. We taking
That's
over the
right.
game, baby. Let's
That's
go.
right.
already. Deuces.
Amen.